Hello everybody and welcome to a speed creator sim of Sabrina Spellman. As you can see, I actually bought Sabrina from out of my gallery. I was going through and deleting some really old and crappy CC that I wasn't liking anymore, and using The Sims 4 Tray Importer, and that's how I came across my old Sabrina. In my gallery, I saved her as Sabrina Unfinished because I worked on her everyday outfit and I didn't exactly 100% like it, and also I was missing her hair that I had on her when I opened her up, so I put on the hair that I found from Anto, which is actually called Sabrina, like it's like a proper hairstyle that was styled after Sabrina. Obviously this Sabrina Spellman is inspired by the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is on Netflix. And guys, if you have any spoilers for the most recent season, please do not leave them in the comments down below. I actually haven't watched it yet. It is something that my husband and I like to watch together, and our lives have just been so hectic recently that we haven't had the chance to just sit down and binge the last season, or the last part, however you want to call it. Now, oh my goodness, this is actually my second time doing this voiceover. The first time I did it, I didn't realize that I had my microphone turned all the way down. Like, there was literally no sound. It was completely silent. For the whole 14 whatever minutes it was completely silent, and I feel so stupid for having done that. My first time actually attempting a speed creator sim voiceover, and I'm not recording the microphone. It's classic me. That's just classic Stacy to do that. Now, anyway, you guys, so I watched the old Sabrina the Teenage Witch quite some years ago now. I kind of binged it from start to finish. I can't remember if I downloaded it or if I found somewhere to watch it online, but either way. What, how do you guys pronounce either? Is it either or either? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Either way. Spoiler alert, by the way. If you have not watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch, just kind of like fast forward a little bit so that you don't hear the spoiler. But in the last episode, when Sabrina and Harvey end up being one another's soulmates, it honestly filled my heart so much. It filled my heart right to the brim. I cried for days and I was so happy about it. In fact, I think still like weeks later, I was still like swooning over the fact that Sabrina and Harvey were just they were meant to be. Makes me so happy. And so in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the fact that Harvey and Sabrina were like broken up at a point, it was really hard for me to deal with that. I know that this show's obviously taking a different direction than what the original TV show is taking. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Also, speaking of the direction that the new TV show is making, Riverdale. There's obviously, references to Riverdale in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and what was I saying when I was doing my first voiceover? I can't quite remember now. Something about I kind of had a feeling, because when watching the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I kind of got Riverdale vibes from the show, just the videography, or however you want to say that, the fashion and just the scenes and the quality, and just, I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, I kind of got that vibe. But with Riverdale, once, I don't know, I haven't watched a majority of the last season or the last 2 seasons of Riverdale. I don't even know how many episodes have come out since I stopped watching it. I think I stopped watching it back in 2018, or I don't know, something like that. It got to the point where, okay, so basically just after Archie went to prison and he was being used as the beat up, the guy going into fights and stuff. Sorry if you haven't watched Riverdale, I should have said, spoiler alert. But yeah, basically at that point, and like the Gargoyle King and like all that weird, like creepy supernatural magic stuff, like I like that sort of stuff, but in TV shows that call for it, like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or rather, should I say, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, or like Supernatural, or just, you know, any other TV show, Hemlock Grove, anything. But when, you know, Riverdale goes from like finding a serial killer kind of like crime show suddenly to like supernatural spooky babies floating over fires and like witches and occults and like, I don't know, all this creepy stuff. Like, I liked Riverdale, and then it just got to the point where I was kind of like, oh, you know, I kind of can't really deal with this right now. Although another reason was because when Luke Perry died, that actually really broke my heart, and I could hardly even bring myself to look at his sweet face on Riverdale anymore. Though speaking of sweet faces on Riverdale, Skeet Ulrich, like Jughead's dad, my goodness, my heart. I have had the biggest crush on him since I was a child. Like, I've always thought that he was like the definition of perfection, and truth be told, I used to kind of get young him and young Johnny Depp sort of confused. I also love Johnny Depp from the bottom of my heart. I love him so much. I love his diversity and the fact that he practices all of his voices on his children. Like, he gets his children's approval before he does any kind of like different types of voices for his films or for his auditions or whatever. And I honestly just think that's the sweetest. Just, I love him so much. But anyway, back to Riverdale. Another thing that like really bothers me is just the script. Like, oh my god, Archie. Oh my god, Veronica. Oh my god, Betty. Like, they, it's like, I don't go up to my husband and constantly say a sentence to him and then say his name at the end, or start the sentence off with his name and then speak. Like, you don't have to reference their name every single line. Oh my goodness, my chair won't stop making sounds. It's really irritating me and I can't exactly edit them out. But anyway, I digress. Oh goodness, those glasses that she had on were something, weren't they? But like, I don't know, just something about the scripting of Riverdale, just a whole bunch of, like, there's so many different aspects that made me kind of like fall out of love with that TV show. I reckon I will probably go back and finish off what I haven't watched eventually, but for right now, I can't deal with it. I would like to actually watch the most recent part of, or season, whatever you want to call it, of the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina before I go back and finish off Riverdale. Although, I don't know, I guess I'll see how that goes. I actually was watching that TV show on Netflix called You recently, and I really fell back into love with like the fascination with serial killers and crime shows, and just like, I don't know, like, I'm really into that kind of stuff. I'm honestly a goody two-shoes myself. I would never do anything that was against the law. I'm really like, ugh, like, no, I don't want to get into trouble. I will admit I had a pirated version of The Sims 3 at one point, and I didn't know that it was like not okay at the time. And then the moment that I was actually able to afford to buy The Sims 3 base game with my own money, I got rid of the entire game that I had, including the expansions and stuff. And I literally went back to just Sims 3 base game. And I was so happy and proud of myself that I owned the game. It was like, I don't know, I felt like it was Christmas Day. It was like, just, oh, my heart was so full. Obviously, it doesn't take much to fill my heart. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure that I have every single expansion and stuff pack for The Sims 3 as well as The Sims 4. And I also have the Ultimate Collection of The Sims 2. Back when it was free, I was like, heck yeah, I am so taking that opportunity, because I didn't know where else I could buy The Sims 2 and all of the expansions and stuff from. But anyway, where was I getting with this? So basically, yeah, so like every time I had like a spare $20 or whatever, I would just go ahead and purchase another pack that I didn't have for The Sims 3, and I just built up my collection, and I was just so proud of myself for doing that. And like, yeah, every single game that I own on my computer right now is 100% like I paid for it, and it just makes me so proud of myself. Oh yeah, her swimwear was really hard to kind of like figure out, because obviously they don't exactly go swimming in the show. So I was kind of like, what do I do here? Oh, and her makeup, I know it's like really subtle besides her lipstick, and this outfit she's got on right now is like on point. Like those toe flippers, yeah, love them. Oh, okay, I remember something I was talking about the first time I was doing my voiceover now. So I'm like one of those people that I can't make very colorful outfits for my Sims to wear. I'm really like, I stick to like one color, like black, and then I give them like a pop out color. Like for instance, red with Sabrina. At the moment, obviously I'm trying out yellow. I think I do end up using a kind of yellowy skirt for her cold weather wear. I don't think I ended up using it for her hot weather wear, but like, I don't know what it is. Like when that Not So Berry challenge, when the Not So Berry challenge came out a couple of years ago, my little sister actually made fun of me for giving it a go, because she was saying to me like, Stacey, you already do this. Like you already make your Sims like wear only the one color, and like you make all of your houses like, you know, styled like with the one color. And I was like, well, okay, yeah. But also, what I like about the Not So Berry challenge is that each generation makes you do things that most people wouldn't particularly do in their regular gameplay, and that's why I like it. My my Not So Berry challenge on my channel at the moment is actually my third time doing the mint generation. I've completed it 1.5 other times before, but my second time was, I didn't like keep up any progress anywhere. Like I didn't post any pictures on my Tumblr, or I didn't post, like I just didn't do anything. Like I didn't update it anywhere, so I just kind of like left that aside and decided to obviously start again for my YouTube channel. I was actually going to start making Sims videos like back when I actually made this account, or actually no, I made a different account for making Sims content. I wasn't going to use my rubyredinstead tag, but I mean, I don't know, like I did have 2 Sims videos already uploaded to this channel. Like I had a really badly filmed like tutorial on how to get free money on The Sims free play. The cheat only worked for a couple of days or like a couple of weeks or something, but like it got so many views, and honestly it got so much negative attention that I ended up just putting it on private for a few years, because it was too, like it made me too anxious to leave it up. And then I also had just like a funny video where my Sim was glitching while she was sleeping in The Sims 3, and I called it Possessed Sim, and people were like yelling at me like, oh my gosh, she's not possessed, it's just a glitch, yada yada, and again, negative attention. But anyway, you guys, besides all of that, here we have all of Sabrina's outfits. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and while you're there, why not click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified every single time that I upload a brand new video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button and let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see on my channel next. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.